play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From just inside the 20, a short kick. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory. So they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver.
Hawk 70.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On the ball.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
McPherson's kick is good. But not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
The Charger drive about to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
This defense for the Broncos, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Having been a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage, how about the play there, breaking that pass up?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Okay, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't have that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Broncos at 11-1 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Traveler!
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Caught on the slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Williams brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. One play play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Number 19. 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Come on.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
70.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken around the 12. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. To the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Cade York on now for the field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. York able to send this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First and 10, Taylor now. And room there to work it inside the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Check. Ready.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get it. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in second place. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McPherson on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So just 8 kicks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we sing you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be
and the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Second and 11. Slant pass complete to Olave. He's got room past the 30. Now he's free to midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here because That was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. And he's got it.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Taylor is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this throw will be intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
Back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. This is intercepted.
And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They'll look to throw now on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
He's got a man complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter.
Olave, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground and picked up by the Chargers. And he's got room. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Rolling to his left.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll set up a throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Damone Clark, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap, but this time the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the 4th quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play, and even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go now.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Back to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
From way up at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And now here is another interception.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
70 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. throw right side, complete to Williams.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's complete right around the 8.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection.